Hello everybody and welcome back. I of course am Adam, Stars and Stripes CrossFit's very own human chia pet. Today I'm going to be talking to you about something very exciting, something that if you've been following the channel, I told you before, couldn't be done and wouldn't be done. And like a bunch of fools, you believe me. But I'm happy to report that the men and women down in the lab have outdone themselves once again. And I present to you 5 different exercises performed at 10 reps apiece for a total of 6 minutes, which I am calling 6 minutes abs. This little routine fits in perfectly before or after any of your workouts. It's also a great addition to the 7-minute ab routine that I shared with you guys last month, especially if you're getting a little bored with that one by now. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the 7-minute ab routine that I'm talking about, go back to our channel, check that one out. It's a great video, it's a great workout. But if you're unfamiliar, what we did in that one was we took each exercise and performed them all one time for a duration of 30 to 60 seconds. Now, with a special focus on engaging the proper muscles within your abdominals and control. Obviously, I always want you guys to stay focused on control and doing things correctly. Okay, today is no different. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through our ab routine in the form of a 6-minute AMRAP, meaning that once you get the handle of each of these exercises that we'll go through in a moment, you can really ramp up the intensity and get your heart rate going. And trust me, it will. To warm up for this 6-minute workout, what we're going to do is do a practice round, 10 reps of each exercise, just like you're going to do in the workout, but we can talk about each one to make sure that you understand what you need to do and you get a good feel for each exercise, because some are going to be more challenging than others. So let's get into it. First exercise we're going to talk about is V-sit up and overs. This is the only one you're going to need an object for. You can use anything that you want, anything that's convenient, but remember, the taller or larger the object is, the more challenging this exercise is going to become. So choose whatever is most appropriate for you. But we're going to set ourselves up into a braced V-sit position like we did in the last video. You're taking your feet, bringing them up and over your object, just barely touching your heels to the floor before you bring them back up and over. As you bring them up and over, bring your chest to your thighs to help you engage your abs here. Squeeze down without engaging your hip flexors too much. Each time you go over your object is 1 rep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, we're going to do our CrossBody mountain climbers. So for that, we're going to get down into a good, solid, stable plank position. Make sure you maintain a good position throughout. And then bring your opposite knee up and across towards your opposite elbow. Making sure all the way throughout, I don't let my hips pop up too high or sag down too low. Now to help you engage more through your obliques, as you bring that knee across, try to point your belly button through towards the wall adjacent to your target elbow. Again, you're going to perform 10 total reps on this, so that means 5 each side, alternating. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to flip back over to our backs to perform 10 leg lifts. These are fairly simple, we've done them before. If you want to, you can make a diamond with your hands to place around your tailbone. This can help to take a little bit of strain off of your lower back if that's an issue, and certainly help to take a little bit of pressure off your tailbone, which can be very uncomfortable. But once we get into that position, set yourself up with what's most comfortable. You're going to keep your legs as straight as you can, bring your feet up towards the ceiling and back down as close to the floor as you can get without touching. Remember to breathe on these. We're using our lower abs to perform 10 reps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you want to keep your head up, that can help engage a little bit more of your upper abs during this exercise. But if you feel like it strains your neck, then rest your head fully on the floor. Now we're going to talk about undoubtedly the most challenging exercise in this workout, which are our crossbody plank crunches. I'll show you the full version in a moment, but just to help you understand, what we're going to do is get back into our plank position. You're going to bring your knee up and across just like we did in our crossbody mountain climbers a few moments ago. But one thing that we're going to add into it is as our knee comes up and across, as before, your other hand is going to be behind your head and you're going to crunch down with your upper abdominals to bring your elbow to meet your knee midway. Now, this adds in a lot to the balance aspect of it and a lot of coordination. So take your time when you practice this before you start the workout. Okay? When you set your hands up a little bit farther apart, set your feet up a little bit farther apart to help you maintain your balance better. Now, your hand needs to remain behind your head during this exercise, but you can rest your foot back on the floor after you bring it back out. We're going to perform 10 reps of this exercise, 5 each side, but we're not going to alternate. I'm sure you guys are going to find that one side is a little bit easier than the other, and I don't want you to get too frustrated with this, okay? I know you're going to get it, it's going to take a little bit of practice. But if for any reason you can't do this exercise or it's getting too frustrating at the beginning, go ahead and switch to our bicycle crunches like we did in the last video. Now our last exercise that we're going to do in this round is going to be 10 side plank raises. Now this one's a little bit different than the other exercises, with the biggest difference coming from that we're going to do 10 on each side rather than 10 total. So for this, what we're going to do is get into a good solid side plank position off of our elbow. You can do whatever you want with your top hand. I just rested on my hip, but if you need some extra balance, put it wherever you want. But we're going to use that bottom side right here. Contract that to raise your hips up. So again, we have a nice straight line going from our head down to our toes. And lower back down until our hips are at rest on the floor. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Again, as we practice that, focus on that squeeze right in here on your side, okay? It may take a little bit of practice, but don't focus on going too fast until you understand the ins and outs of all of these exercises. Eight, 9, 10. Now remember, quality always comes before quantity and speed. So focus on doing these exercises as perfectly as you can, and then once you get that down, focus on increasing your speed. Okay. With that being said, I think 3 to 4 rounds of this workout in 6 minutes is a great goal because it's pretty short and it's very repeatable. Every time you go back to it, try to improve your score by at least a couple of reps. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be tough work. It's going to get your heart rate up there. It's going to burn you up through here. But I think you guys are going to like it, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any follow-up questions, anything I didn't address in this video, please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.